name is Andy Fox, and I am the Business Development Manager for BestCode, based right here in Fort Worth, Texas. So let's begin. Who is BestCode, and what do we make, and who buys our products? So BestCode is a design and manufacture company for CIJ, continuous inkjet printers, based here in Fort Worth, Texas. The company is owned by 3 partners who have been building marking and coding products for 30 years, bringing innovations to the business worldwide. We are a member of the PMMI, Packaging Machinery Manufacturers Institute, and also a member of the Fort Worth Chamber of Commerce. Our products are sold exclusively via distribution, and we currently operate in 80+ world markets. We have thousands of printers installed, operating around the world, 80% of which are exported. The systems are designed and manufactured by BestCode in Texas, in our 30,000 square foot manufacturing facility. Because the majority of our models use generic parts, we are able to streamline our production and produce large numbers of printers, which result in fast delivery times. We operate a Kanban system in manufacturing and use state-of-the-art current technology and components. Our products are industrial, built to last, standardizing on stainless steel, and all printers are IP65 rated with positive air fitted. The Series 8 is designed for the world market. It offers 20+ languages, not only for printing, but also for program for the operator. And each printer is backed with a factory 2-year manufacturer's warranty. If needed, we could produce a complete system from blank chassis to wet test ready printer in under 3 hours. The printers undergo a vigorous wet test, including calibration and jet running time, before being flushed and packaged ready to ship. So let's talk a little bit now about the printer itself. The printer is split into 2 key parts, the printhead and the ink system. Our printers are designed to be simple, which includes operator ease of use and servicing by the maintenance staff. Access to components such as the main filter is easy and requires no special tools or service keys. We encourage the customer to do the routine service work that is necessary to keep the printer running efficiently. If we look at the photograph, we can see the main components that make up the printer. On the right-hand side at the top, there is a pump. The pump creates 40 psi at around about 18 revs per second. Underneath the pump, we have the solenoid valves. These control the flow of ink and solvent around the system. Below that, we have the viscometer. This measures the viscosity of the ink. This is critical. The viscometer is a very simple construction. It's fitted with a glass tube that has a metal ball bearing that falls at different rates depending on the thickness of the ink. If the ball falls too slow, then the ink is too thick. If it falls too quickly, the ink is too thin. At the bottom left, we have our ink and makeup tanks. The ink tank is on the left, provides around about 2 liters of ink, and the makeup chamber is on the right, which is 3 liters. Some of the largest containers in the industry today, providing long run times. The Venturi creates a vacuum for the gutter. It's a natural way of creating vacuum. We don't have any separate pumps for creating vacuum. Less parts to go wrong, less parts to service, less cost for the customer. Just above that, we have the pre-pump filter. This is a last chance filter for any debris before it gets sucked up into the pump. The pre-pump filter and the main filter need to be changed every 12 months. Again, no special tools and very easy to do yourself. So now let's look at the printhead. If we start from left to right, we have that pressurized ink stream coming into the printhead. This then goes to the drop generator. This generator creates droplets at 65,000 droplets per second. The droplets then go through a charge electrode, which put a negative charge on those droplets. So from the charge electrode, we go to the phase detect. This is purely measuring to make sure that there is a negative charge on each droplet and that the droplets are coming through at the right time. Once it's passed through the phase detect, we go through to the deflection electrodes. These plates are what pull the negatively charged droplets to form the text. Any droplets not used to print the text will go into the vacuum gutter, the return gutter, and get vacuumed back into the system. This is why the system is called a CIJ, continuous ink jet. So who actually uses our product? If we look at the photograph now, we can see we come across the results of our product in everyday produce. Food, pharmaceutical, life science, building, automotive, everybody uses continuous inkjet printers. The printers are used to print Best Buy, lot codes, date codes, expiration dates, and other identifying marks and codes. By law, every food product requires date and lot coding. Every consumer product requires some form of human and possibly machine-read identification. Every product produced requires a mark or code in some form, not just food and beverage products. So if we look at the print capabilities of the printers, the Series 8 printer, we can see that we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 lines of print, with matrices as large as 32 dots high. Graphics and barcodes, one-dimensional, two-dimensional, data matrix, and QR codes, all possible with the Series 8. Systems print real-time lot, date, time, expiration counters, many programmable functions. Anything you or a customer could possibly imagine for real-time coding and marking, the Series 8 can do. So now let's look at some real-life applications that BestCode has been involved in. The first one here is a company that makes detergent. So this video clearly shows a manufacturing facility where the Series 8 is installed, printing onto the top side of the jug of detergent. It's a simple 2-line code with a lot number and a date code, date of manufacturing. Under the printhead, you can clearly see the photocell. This gives the print go signal to the printer to start printing. This next customer also makes cleaners. Cleaners for computers, for houses, for automobiles. This video again is a 2-line code printing onto blue bottles, plastic bottles of cleaner. The production line is relatively slow. The photocell, as you can see on this one, is to the side of the printhead. All mounting brackets supplied by BestCode, and it's a nice, clean, crisp code that's readable, including the date and manufacturing lot code. This was an interesting application we worked on. We do a lot in the beverage industry, especially here in the US with craft brewing taking off the way that it did. This one is a company called Yang Ying Beer. Please excuse the pronunciation. This was a very high-speed application. I don't know how many bottles per minute, but it's up there. Again, you see the print head mounted right up against the bottles. We're printing onto the labels on these bottles, In fact, this one has two printers. One printer is printing on the label. A little bit later on down the line, we have a second printer printing onto the cap of the bottle. Again, two-line code, printing very, very fast. So there's the second print head printing down from above. The printer is capable of printing in through 360 degrees. However, some caution for printing in the up position. Newton's law of gravity means that dust and debris will fall down into the print head slot. So we do recommend if you're printing up to the bottom of a product, then you fit a factory air positive air system to keep that dust from falling back into the print head. So this shows the result, the top left and bottom left at the high speed coding. It's a 7 by 5 dot matrix code, twin line, very readable code, very legible code. And then at the bottom left is printing onto the cap. If you look at the top right photograph, another industry that BestCode has been heavily involved in is the wire and cable business. We get involved in printing a lot of information. We can print white, yellow, light blue, all in pigmented inks. Rapid dry times and great adhesion onto these substrates. Underneath that, we have the typical two-line can coding. The Coca-Colas, the Pepsis, Anheuser-Busch's, the new craft beer industry, all requiring date codes, time codes, lot codes on the bottom of the cans. This typically is an application for printing up underneath the can. Under that, we have some PVC tubing. We all see these in the hardware stores. The BestCode printers are what is used for printing this information. Message lengths can be 30 feet, 10 meters in length. 30 message fields possible with each template, 100 characters per field. A message field can be text, time, date, counter, user-defined, graphics, and barcodes. True non-contact printing. The ink is thrown distances of half an inch, 12 millimeters, up to 2 inches, 50 millimeters. Small and large image heights available, from 0.06 of an inch, that's about 1.5 millimeters, to 0.75 of an inch, 19 millimeters. We can print on pretty much any substrate. Print non-porous and semi-porous substrates with instant dry times of less than half a second. We also do high-speed printing. Print at low, medium, high speed, and ultra-high speed. Ultra-high speed, we are looking at around 2,000 feet per minute. We also print omnidirectional. Print in any angle, direction, side, bottom, top coding. This short video shows an application for coding onto cans. Again, twin line, 7 by 5 dot matrix. The thing special with this application is that we're using a thermochromic ink, which means that this ink changes color under sterilization. At a certain temperature with steam, this ink changes color from what you see here, blue, to a red. So this application was a traversing system where we moved the print head over the product. This system is printing a 2-line code, but we're using the top line and the bottom line of a 5-line dot matrix code, which means that the spacing in between we're able to code on 2 products at one time. So I want to thank you for your time today. I hope you found the presentation interesting and informative. Please continue doing what you're doing. and that's manufacturing. I hope to hear from you soon. Stay safe, be well, take care.